Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is David Nates, and today's topic is going to be how to get the best headshots possible. As an actor, having a headshot is super important because it's your calling card and literally the first thing that a casting director will see. It is also extremely useful to promote yourself for your website, marketing material, business cards, or online profile. It can be compared to how a company will utilize a certain font or logo in order for them to be recognized. If your headshot isn't good, it won't be able to represent your brand properly, and therefore you won't be able to advertise and sell yourself adequately. You're going to need a digital and physical headshot for commercial or theatrical auditions. Even though 99% of the time, since these types of auditions are submitted online, they won't actually need a physical copy. I did notice that auditions via casting websites such as LA Casting or Actors Access will just have your online profile available to them, and therefore they will not really require a headshot, whereas some feature film auditions that are given to you via other means or through your agent may like to have one. As for theater, it still seems like standard practice to always bring a physical copy. Well, being the overachiever that I am, I just bring one all the time, even if it's not going to be needed. It's just that I like to be on the safe side, and I don't need to create a headache for myself if all it takes is me carrying an extra piece of paper, like a headshot, right? Now that we've determined that a headshot is super important to your career, here are 5 simple tips that will ensure that you get the best headshot possible. Number 1, your headshot must look like yourself. Casting directors have to go through hundreds and hundreds of submissions every day. This means that the picture that they see of you must actually represent you fully. From a mother's perspective, we are always the most beautiful person in the world. But for a casting director, they are looking at your picture and determining if your physical attributes are of a leading man, leading woman. Does he or she have kind eyes? Are you a villain or a hero? Does he or she look young or hot? What I'm trying to say is that you need to know for what characters you are right for, but also need to understand that at a glance, casting directors need to know where to place you within the big puzzle of casting a production. Even if your headshot is amazing, you need to be able to come in the audition room looking exactly like it is. Otherwise, you're wasting your time as well as theirs. Number 2, know what you want. Now that we've determined that a headshot must look like yourself, well, you need to be able to convey to the photographer taking your headshot what you are looking for. If they aren't providing makeup and hair during the photo session, it's your responsibility to come to the studio with your hair and makeup done. Their job is to take the best picture of you, but they won't be able to do so if you don't come prepared. Also, when you do apply makeup and groom yourself, you need to decide what roles you are going out for. If it's commercial headshots, you're going to want more vibrant colors and maybe more character type headshots. Whereas if you are going for dramatic TV shows, then you need to be sure to go for a darker look. Number 3, how many looks should I get? It's standard practice to have at least 2 headshots. One is the theatrical headshot where your face is more serious and the colors are darker. And 2, a commercial headshot which has more color and a smile showing your teeth. Apart from that, if you have a specific skill such as martial arts, music, bodybuilding, dance, or anything else really, it is important to have a headshot which represents you in those circumstances. Moreover, if you're going for a lot of commercials, it may be nice to have a character headshot that shows you in a specific outfit. Doctor, policeman, lawyer, dad, programmer. These type of headshots are usually the hardest to have because you want them to be subtle. They can easily become too cheesy if they're done wrong, but if done right, they can give you a great advantage for auditions because they will correctly illustrate you in a specific character. Number 4, relax during your headshot session. It's not because you're an amazing performer that you necessarily are comfortable posing for pictures. Well, even if you're good at posing for silly pictures in full costume, chances are that now that you are at a photo session where you need to literally be a model, you might actually find yourself getting super conscious of yourself. Usually, I've found that chatting with the photographer and being a little bit silly during the session have helped me to loosen myself. You need to create a sort of rapport with the person taking your pictures and also thinking about the character that you want to get pictured as. Knowing exactly for what type of character you are auditioning for will help you achieve the desired intensity. Headshots are all about the eyes, and if you can convey your message through them, then your chances of getting an amazing picture will drastically increase. Number 5, retouching your pictures. No matter how perfect your headshot looks, you will need to get it retouched. Now again, subtlety is key. Getting an overly retouched picture may make you look just as if you applied a glamour filter on your phone. That's going to be a huge turnoff for the casting director. If you're very proficient at Photoshop, well, go ahead and fix it the way you want. But most likely your headshot photographer will have a set fee for retouching it, so let them do it. Just be sure that when you get the picture back, it's not overly retouched. It's okay to have a few blemishes in your skin, even though the emphasis is in the eyes. Make sure that they didn't overly retouch them, so that your eyes aren't actually the color of your eyes. It happened to me before, where they retouched it so much that it just didn't look like me, even though the picture looked great. I didn't feel it would get me the job. Well, now that I've pretty much illustrated the most important stuff that you need to look for in order to get good headshots, it's really up to you to research which photographer you would like to go for or not. Often, if you have an agent or manager, they'll be able to recommend you to a photographer that works with them. But doing your research is always best. Some photographers will be more expensive than others. But don't forget, it's your calling card. So sometimes spending a bit more, well, it'll go a long way. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. These were my simple tips on how to get the best headshot. Don't forget to subscribe and literally smash that like button. It's super important to show interaction in these YouTube videos that I make, because YouTube, well, it operates on user interaction. The more comments and likes a video gets, the more it gets boosted on the YouTube algorithm. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.